Assalamu alaikum. Our today's topic in geometry is polygons and perimeter and area of geometrical shapes. Let's start with polygons. Polygon is a multi-sided closed figure. Like a polygon is a closed plane figure with three and more straight line segments as its side. Like I just said that it is a multi-sided, so closed figure, and for a closed figure, its number of sides will be at least three. Like you are given a five-sided polygon that is called a pentagon and a star-like shape. The star is not considered to be a polygon. These two are polygons. This normally we don't. This is also a five-sided polygon because it is equivalent to this. These are two alternate shapes of a these are three alternate shapes of a pentagon. First one is called a convex polygon, while the other two are convex polygon is a polygon that if you join any 2 points of the polygon, the line segment will lie entirely inside it. This is convex, but the second one is not convex. Because if you join any 2 points of this polygon from this, the line segment joining these 2 points will not lie entirely inside it. So this is the definition of convex polygon. The first one is polygon. In the above figure is called convex polygon because all the interior angles are less than 180 degrees. The basic definition is this. But otherwise, you can test a polygon whether it is convex or not by line segments. A simple polygon in which one of its interior angle is more than 180 degrees is called concave polygon, as is given in the second polygon. Like over here, this angle is greater than 180 degree. So if one of the angle becomes greater than 180 degree, that polygon is no longer a convex polygon. The third polygon is neither convex nor concave because it is not a simple polygon. It is equivalent to a pentagon, but it is not a simple polygon because simple polygon must be either of this first type or the second type. In this section, we'll study only convex polygons. So the classification of polygons which we are going to study in this section is convex polygon. It means that all the interior angles are less than 180 degree. Okay. So a regular polygon with all sides equal and all, a regular polygon is a polygon whose all sides are equal and all angles are equal, just like equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle is a regular three-sided polygon. Similarly, a square, it is a regular four-sided polygon. All its angles are equal of 90 degree and all the sides, length of all the sides are equal. In this investigation, we shall deduce a general expression for the sum of the interior angles of an n-sided polygon. Look, first one figure is triangle. As we studied in the previous section of triangle, the sum of the interior angles of the triangle is equal to 180 degree. If you take it as A, B, and C, then we have studied that sum of the angle A, B, and angle C is equal to 180 degree. So it says this triangle has three sides and number of triangles formed is exactly 1. So the formula of for n-sided polygon, the sum of the interior angles of an n-sided polygon is n minus 2 times 180. Like over here, this is the column for n is 3, n minus 2 means 1. So this is 1 multiplied by 180 equal to 180. So in case of triangle, sum of the interior angles is equal to 180 degree. Now in case of quadrilateral, you have 4 interior angles. The number of sides is 4. The number of triangles which you can form from it is 2. So its angle will be 2 multiplied by 180 or n minus 2. Formula for n minus 2 multiplied by 180. It will give you 2 multiplied by 180. This is the sum of the interior angles. Next is pentagon. In pentagon, you have 5 sides and number of triangles which you can form from here is 3. So this is 3 multiplied by 180. That is equal to 5 minus 3, because n over here is 5. N is equal to 5. 5 minus 3 multiplied by 180. That is equal to 3 multiplied by 180. Or you can say that it is 540. Okay. This is 360. This information will be used in solving the questions. Next figure is hexagon. The number of sides in hexagon is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The number of triangles which you can form from here is 4. So number of angles is 4 multiplied by, and sum of the interior angles is 4 multiplied by 180 is equal to 6 minus 4 multiplied by 180. This is equal to 720. Okay. Moreover, a polygon heptagon. You can similarly do for all the cases, and so the important thing is to remember that the number of if your sides of the polygon is n, then the sum of the interior angle is n minus 2 multiplied by 180. This is the formula. Sum of the interior angles is equal to n by 2 multiplied by 180. Next comes exercise. Find the sum of the interior angles for each of the following polygon. 11 gon mean 11-sided polygon. 11 gon, you will simply substitute 11 and equal to 11 for over here for the part A. Your n is 11. So sum of the interior angles, is equal to 11 minus 2 multiplied by 180. So if you simplify it, it will be 9 multiplied by 180. Now you can multiply it to get the answer. You will do the same thing with all the parts B, C, and D. Next question 2. Find the value of the unknown in each of the following figures. First figure. First is a quadrilateral, and we know that quadrilateral has 4-sided figure, and the sum of the interior angles for the quadrilateral is 360. This second figure. This is a quadrilateral, and sum of the interior angles in the quadrilateral is equal to n minus 2 means 4 minus 2 multiplied by 180 is equal to 360. Okay, now we'll take the sum of the interior angles as 360 and sum of the interior angles in the part A. For part A, sum of interior angles of quadrilateral is equal to 360. So over here, your angles are, first one is 140. Is it 140 or 110? Whatever the angle is, you will simply add 3 angles and then find the value. Is it 140 or 110? I'm taking it as 110. 110 plus 78 plus 62 plus angle A is equal to 360. So angle A is equal to 360 minus 110 minus 78 minus 62. Simplify it and get the answer. Now in the second figure, again a quadrilateral. You are given 2 angles and 2 in B. You will find value of B and then unknown value of the unknown in each case. Again, for the second part, B, sum of the interior angles is 84 plus 2B plus B plus 78 is equal to 360. Now you will simplify it to get the answer. You can solve it for B. 3B is equal to 360 minus 84 minus 78. I hope that you can find the answer. जो भी आंसर आएगा उसको B 3 से divide कर दे, you will have B from here. Okay? In the C part, you are given a pentagon. This is a pentagon. Sum of all the angles of a pentagon is equal to 5 mane. So sum of interior angles of pentagon is equal to 5 minus 2 multiplied by 180 using the formula. Now over here, or your angles are 101 plus 2C plus C plus 152 plus 38. It will become equal to 3 multiplied by 180, that is 540. From here, you can find 3C equal to, this is 540. So 540 minus 101 minus 152 minus 38. Simplify it to get the answer. Now you can similarly do the D part. Just add the angles, interior angle, and make it equal to 540 because it is again a pentagon. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's a hexagon. It is a hexagon. In case of hexagon, your angles will be 6 minus 2 multiplied by 180. So sum of the interior angles are 108 plus 4D plus 4D plus 5D plus 4D plus 102 is equal to 4 multiplied by 180, that is 720. I'm writing 720 over here. So now from here you can find value of D. 4 plus 4 plus 5 is 13 plus 4 equal 13 plus 4 is 17. 17D is equal to 720 minus 108 minus 102. Simplify it to get the answer. Okay? I hope that you can simplify it. Next question 3. Find the sum of interior angles of a regular hexagon. Hexagon is a 6-sided figure. Regular hexagon, sum of the interior angles of a hexagon. Hexagon is a 6-sided figure, so it will be 6 minus 2 multiplied by 180. That is equal to 4 multiplied by 180 is equal to 720. Okay? Second, hence find the size of each interior angle for a regular hexagon. So if in a regular hexagon like this is a regular hexagon. If you take these angles are, if you take each angle as theta, then this will be 6 times theta. Each angle, regular hexagon, all the angles of regular hexagon are equal. So over here we'll have 6 theta equal to 720. So theta will be 720 divided by 6. That will be equal to 6 ones are 6 and 120 each. Okay? You will simply divide 720 by 6 to get the size of each interior angle. Next, B part, find the sum of interior angles of a polygon with, you will do the same thing over here. For 18-sided figure, sum of the interior angles is 18 minus 2 multiplied by 180. And there, you will divide the answer. For each interior angle, you will divide 16 multiplied by 180 divided by 18. Get the answer over here. So if you get it, I can simply write the answer because it is quite simple calculation. Over here, it will be 10 and 160 is the angle in each case. Find the size of each interior angle with 18 sides. Okay? 6 साइड्स में हमने 6 से डिवाइड कर दिया, 18 साइड्स में 18 से डिवाइड कर दिया. नेक्स्ट इसी तरह से आप इन क्वेश्चंस को कर सकते हैं. मैं अब क्वेश्चन 5 कर रही हूँ. फाइंड द नंबर ऑफ साइड्स ऑफ अ रेगुलर पॉलीगॉन if each interior angle of the polygon is 90 degree. Regular polygon, each interior angle is 90 degree. So if each interior angle is 90 degree, your figure will be 90 degree is the, okay. You have to find the sides of the polygon. Now each interior angle is 90 degree, and you know that if the angle is 90 degree, then your angle, your sides will be let for the first part, 5a. Let number of sides is equal to n. Then n multiplied by 90 is equal to n minus 2. N multiplied by 90. Your angles, your sides are n multiplied by 90 is equal to n minus 2 multiplied by 180. Okay? In the first case. So it will be n multiplied by 90. 90n is equal to 180n. This is 180. 180n minus 360. Now, if you shift it, it will be 180n minus 90n is equal to 360, and 90n is equal to 360. It will give you n is equal to 360 divided by 90 is equal to 4. So in the first case, your answer is 4. For the second case, you will again, for the 5b, let number of sides is equal to n. Then using the formula, n multiplied by 45, 45n, 45n is equal to n minus 2 multiplied by 180. Now you can solve it to get the value of n. Okay? Similarly, do the next case. For the C part, you will have 12n is equal to n minus 2 multiplied by 180. Solve it to get the answer. And for the last case, you will have 4n is equal to n minus 2 times 180. Simplify it to get the answer. Okay? I hope that you can do all the parts of it. It completes this exercise. Next comes perimeter and area of basic plane figures. Perimeter is the length of all sides of the of a closed figure, and area is the interior area of the interior of that figure. Here you are given some figures and their perimeter. Some of the values are missing. We'll write those values over here. Like figure, you are given a sphere of length L each. Since L is the length of each side of the sphere, so perimeter is 4 times L, and area is L multiplied by L equal to L square. Next is rectangle. Rectangle has a height B and width L. So perimeter, length of all the sides L plus L, B plus B is 2 times L plus B, and perimeter, this is length, area is length multiplied by width, that is L multiplied by B. Next is triangle. Triangle, perimeter is length of all the sides, A plus B plus C, and area is half perpendicular length. Perpendicular length is n multiplied by base length. Its perpendicular length is H multiplied by base length is P. This is your base length, and this one is perpendicular length. So area of triangle is half H into B. Next is circle. Circle, perimeter of the circle is actually circumference of the circle. Circumference of the circle is 2 pi r, or if you consider diameter, then pi d, because we know that d is equal to 2 times r. And area is pi r square, where r is the radius of the circle. Semicircle, its length of all the sides is pi r plus d, that is equal to pi r plus 2r. It means pi plus 2 times r. Okay? And area is half of area of the circle, half pi r square. So these are the formulae. You can write down the missing values in your notebook. Now comes the exercise. Find the area of the unshaded portion in the diagram. We take pi equal to 22/7. Unshaded portion means we need to find the area of this region. For this area of unshaded portion, the area of unshaded portion is equal to area of triangle minus area of circle. Minus area of circle. Area of triangle is, just hold on a minute. So we were going to find the area of the triangle. Area of the triangle. You are given the length of the vertical. This length, area of the triangle is half height perpendicular multiplied by base. Over here, perpendicular is this one, h, and this is the value of the base. And this is the radius of the circle, minus pi r square. Okay, so this is equal to half, h is 20, multiplied by, all values are in centimeters, so you can simply directly apply them. 16 minus pi is 22/7, multiplied by r 7 square. So you can simplify it to get the answer. Okay. Question number 2. Find the area of the figure above. The area of the figure above is best derived if the figure is broken into rectangular shape. So you have to find the area of that. You can see the figure. Area, we are given 3 rectangles. First rectangle A. First we'll find area of rectangle A. Area of rectangle A. Rectangle A. Its width is 3 centimeter and height is 9 centimeter. So it is 9 multiplied by 3 is equal to 27. Now area of rectangle B. Its height is 9. Its width is 8 height is 3 centimeter plus 9 centimeter plus 3 centimeter. Why? Because this is 3, this is 9, and this is again 3. So complete height is 3 plus 9 plus 3, and its width is 8 centimeter. Okay? So it is multiplied by 8. So this is what? 6 plus 9 equal 15 multiplied by 8. Okay? I hope that it is clear. This will be 5 8s are 40, and 8 1s are 8 and 12. 120. Now area of rectangle C. Its height is 3 centimeter. Its width is 3 centimeter and height is 9 centimeter. So it will be again 9 multiplied by 3 equal to 27. So total area of the shaded, so area of the figure is, hence area of the complete figure is equal to, add them all, 27 plus 120 plus 27. Now add them to get the answer. Next question 3. Consider the diagram triangle JLK. In triangle JLK, your JL length is 39 meter, LK length is 25 meter, and JK length is 40 meter, while KM is equal to 24 meter. Find the area and perimeter of the triangle LJK. Here is the figure. Oh. Let me reduce the size a bit so that we could see the question exactly along with the figures. Okay, let me write down the length L JL length. This JL length is 39 meter. LK is 40 meter. Yes, LK is 25 meter. KM, this vertical length is 24 meter. And the length JK is 40 meter. Okay, you have to find the area and perimeter of this triangle. First, we'll find the area. Let's find the perimeter first. Perimeter of the triangle. Perimeter of triangle LJK is equal to sum of the lengths of three sides. Length LJ plus length JK plus length KL. This is equal to 39 plus 40 plus 25. Add them and get the answer. Next is area of the triangle. Area of triangle LJK is equal to half perpendicular length, perpendicular into base. Now, which perpendicular? You are given this perpendicular length. This is the perpendicular length. So it is half. Perpendicular length is Km multiplied by base will be this one over which we are taking the perpendicular. So this is your base and this is your perpendicular. Okay, so it will be multiplied by base length is LJ. So the answer is half. Km is 24 multiplied by 39. So simplify it to get the answer. Next, question number 4. Find the area, perimeter and area of a square if we know the length of its diagonal is 4.2 meter. Okay, I will do this question at the next page because we are short of space over here. Perimeter and area of the square if we know the length of its diagonal D is 4.2 meter. Let's write it over here. Question number 4. So, question number 4. Question 4. You are given a square. Length of its diagonal is 4.2 meter. Am I right? Yes, length of the diagonal is 4.2 meter. This is diagonal 4.2 meter. Let the square be A, B, C, D. Since diagonal is, if you take this length as L, then you need to find area and perimeter of square ABCD. Okay, you need to find this. Now from triangle ABC, by Pythagoras theorem, AC hypotenuse square is equal to AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. So AC square means 4.2 square is equal to AB square is L square plus L square. So it is equal to 2 times L square. So from here we have L square is equal to 4.2 square over 2. This will give you L is equal to 4.2 over square root 2. You can compute this value by using calculator. Okay, once you have found the value of L, now area of the perimeter, area of square ABCD is equal to L square. That is equal to 4.2 square over 2. Simplify it to get the answer. And perimeter of square is equal to 4 times L is equal to 4 times 4.2 over square root of 2. So this is your answer. This is the units are meters. Yes, units are meters. So over here units will are meter, and over here you have to simplify and write the answer. Okay, this is square meters, meter square. Okay, simplify them and write the answer in single number.